Welcome to your first ever yoga practice, and congratulations for getting here. Sometimes the hardest part is starting, so well done. You will need a yoga mat or a rug maybe, or an exercise mat, and I highly recommend that you get a pillow or a rolled up blanket or towel, because we are going to start in a seated position. And to feel comfortable in a seated position, it often really helps to have the sitting bones elevated so that the hips can be level with the knees or higher than the knees. So most yoga teachers will start a class by saying, start in a comfortable seated position. And when you're a beginner, a comfortable seated position cannot be found on the floor. So the cushion will really help. Make sure that you're taking the time to feel fully settled and comfortable in your seated position. Draw tall through the crown of the head and lightly lift your belly towards your spine. So even in a seated position, you are engaging your core, and feel very tall and strong and ground down through your sitting bones. Allow your shoulders to relax down away from your ears, and notice how it feels to bring attention to sitting, and not just to allow your weight to flop into the earth, but to really lift out from it like a tree growing out from the earth. And in yoga, in a physical yoga practice, the most important thing or the most central thing is the breath. So we will start by focusing on the breath. Close your eyes if you can, or gaze down at the floor, keeping your spine tall. And with the mouth closed, begin to breathe smoothly in and slowly out through the nose. Trying a few more times just to breathe in as slowly as you can, and to exhale slowly as well through the nose. Taking a few moments to really tune into your breath. Notice how slowing the breath down might allow you to find a deeper inhale and a longer exhale. A few more times. Very good. Keep going. And now, intending to keep your breath at the center of the physical movements. So rather than focusing on making your body look the same as mine in the various positions that we will move through, think about your breath, your own body, how the poses feel and how the breath feels within each pose. So starting again just by drawing tall, and find a light lift from behind your belly button, almost drawing your pelvic muscles in and up. So you want to feel always a very light squeezing in your lower abdomen, and this will help you to feel strong and protected in any kind of physical yoga asana pose. So from here, really finding that lift from behind your belly button, breathe in, scoop the air up with your palms, reach towards the ceiling, reach into the fingers, send energy through the fingers and extend your arms out. Let your shoulders creep up towards your ears. Breathe in and exhale, slowly release. We'll do that a couple more times. So scooping the air as you extend the arms as far as you can out from the shoulders, breathing in till you reach the top and looking up if that feels okay on your neck. And then turning the palms downwards as you exhale, bringing them down slowly and with control. So a lot of these movements are easy to do if we just relax all the muscles, but you want to really find as much mind-muscle connection in every movement as you can. Extend one more time and exhale, release. From here, take your right fingers down by your side and extend your left arm up and over, finding a deep stretch down the left side body. Open your chest towards the sky or towards me, so you're not crunching down with the top shoulder, but you're finding that lift from the heart and space in the side body. Stay lifted on this right hand rather than crunching as far over as you can. Breathe in and exhale, release. Again, we'll take the left side with the next position as well. So breathe in to reach through the crown of the head, and then exhale to take a gentle twist, moving from your belly button. So your hips stay square and you're turning your upper torso over towards the left side. You want your right palm turned outwards and feel how this opens your chest. Breathe in to reach taller through the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper from the navel. Keep on breathing as smoothly as you can through the nose. Another deep breath in and exhale back into the center. Now taking your left fingers down by your left side. As you breathe in, reach up with the right arm and then bow the body out towards the right side. Feeling that stretch in the rib cage, in the right shoulder, and breathe into the side body. Again, think about swiveling your chest open rather than crunching down and over towards the left side. Find that space in your side. Another deep breath in and exhale, release. Wonderful. Now breathing in to grow tall once again, and as you exhale, twist around towards the right side this time. So your left arm is coming across the body, palm facing outwards. Breathe down into your belly as you twist. And feel how the breath almost gives you a massage inside as you twist around. These kind of twisting poses are great for your digestion. Breathe in and let it go as you release back to center. From here, you can remove your cushion or your rolled up blanket, place it to the side, and make your way over into a tabletop position. So taking the knees directly under your hips and taking the wrists under your shoulders. Now, again, a tabletop looks fairly simple, but most of us, we will let our elbows stick out, we'll drop our weight down into the lower back, and we'll just feel very relaxed here. What you want to do is spread the fingers as wide as you can and push down through the pads of the fingers and the undersides of the knuckles. So we tend to use the strength of our wrists, the joint only. We want to use those muscles in the hands. Try even pushing into the whole sole of each finger and the undersides of the knuckles as you lift the wrists up. Feel how there's so much strength in the hands. And then release your wrists down and check in with that lift from behind the belly button. Check you're still engaging slightly in your belly so that your back can be flat. Push out of the shoulders so that you're not dropping your chest towards the mat, but really create that flat back and feel how you can so much strength and attention in such a simple position. And now we'll move through some cat and cow. This is an absolutely classic yoga move that is great for mobilizing the spine. So as you breathe in, you're going to lift your face and drop your belly towards the earth without losing that engagement of the lower belly. So you're really pulling the hands towards you and shining the chest forward to find an arch in the whole spine. Exhale, round the back, push the floor away and press the shoulder blades apart as you tuck your chin under, tuck your tailbone under. So do that a few times with your own breath. Inhale, come forward. Imagine dragging the hands back towards your knees and lifting your belly button towards the spine. Exhale, round the back. We'll do this a few more times to give you some practice coordinating your breath with the movement. Inhale, come through to the cow spine, dropping your belly towards the earth, and then exhale to round the back. Press the mat away, push your shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. And a couple more times with your own breath. And one more. And come back to center. Good. Notice how much more open and spacious your body might be feeling already. Now take the knees slightly wider apart, bring the hands slightly further forward, and sit your sitting bones as close to your heels as you can. If your sitting bones don't reach the heels, that's totally okay. Just work towards that. And then if it's accessible to you, you can drop your forehead down towards the mat. If your forehead does not reach the mat, really prioritize pushing the sitting bones down towards the heels and let your head hang, or stack your hands underneath your forehead. You could even take a block or a cushion underneath your forehead too. And wherever you are in Balasana, this is child's pose, Balasana, try to breathe into your belly and find how the breath creates space in the back body. With each exhale, relax deeper into the position. Now, if you're just starting out your yoga journey, this pose might feel intense for you, but it will slowly, with practice, begin to feel like a very restful, relaxing and soothing pose, and it will become your best friend in any yoga class. You can take this pose at any time that you need a break. Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Just really trying to relax through the shoulders, relax your face. And then from here, extend into the fingers, look forward, come back up to your tabletop position. And from here, tuck the toes under. We're going to come to downward facing dog. This is a very foundational and classic yoga pose, but it is not as easy as it looks. So tucking the toes under, finding that connection with the hands and the earth as we did before. Breathe in, and as you exhale, bring your belly to your knees as you lift the knees and send your hips back. Tuck your chin so your gaze is towards your belly button, and find yourself in this deep spine extension with your legs bent. Feeling how you can create a flat back and press the mat away with your hands. You can now bring your legs slightly closer towards a straight position, but without bringing more weight forward into your shoulders. If you're struggling to understand what I mean, maybe just come down onto the knees and have a look at what I'm doing. So downward dog looks like this, but when we are still working on our hamstring flexibility, we can bend the knees. What you do not want to do is bring your weight forward into your shoulders, because that will take the stretch out of the legs and also be very hard and uncomfortable. So you want to try and push your heart towards your thighs, and if your heels are up in the air, then you can bend your knees. So finding your version of downward facing dog, press out of the shoulders. You can even tuck your tailbone a little bit, and this will take some pressure out of the shoulders. Breathe in and exhale, release, coming down onto the knees and finding that child's pose once again. If that was your first ever downward facing dog, well done. It probably felt like a big challenge. But again, with practice, downward dog will become one of your favorite places that feels like home every time you come back to it throughout your asana practice. We'll try that again whenever you're ready. Extend into the arms, come up through your tabletop position, tuck the toes under, and then send yourself up and back into downward facing dog, bending the knees as much as you need to as you continue to push your heels down towards the mat. You don't want to be putting more weight into the shoulders. Keep pressing everything back towards the legs and tuck your chin. Head is totally relaxed, back of the neck is long. Breathe in and exhale. Now come down onto the knees. Keep your right knee a little lifted. Tent the fingers of both hands and step forward with the right foot. If you need a couple of steps with the right foot, that's totally okay. So now your hands are either side of your right leg. If you can't reach the floor, then you could take some blocks or thick books and put your hands on those. So we're just taking this low lunge position. You want to continue to find that lift from behind the belly button that I spoke about before. And take a full breath in here and a long exhale out. You'll be feeling a deep stretch in your left hip flexor. Try to keep your hips squaring forward and keep finding that lift in the belly. Breathe in. Exhale, let it go. And then send the hips back, coming to a half split position. So extending your right leg. It might not come all the way straight. Keep a soft bend in the knee and just feel that stretch down the back of the right leg. If it's very intense for you, bend the knee more. We want to always work with our flexibility on any given day and never force our bodies further than they want to go in yoga. You want your yoga practice to be sustainable. You want to feel like you are working with your body, not forcing it further than it needs to be pushed. And then you can drag your right foot back, lift from the chest so you have a little more space, and then step the left foot forward, coming to that low lunge on the other side. And you'll notice how these one-sided yoga poses feel very different on each side of the body, and that is totally normal and good. We are not robots. We're not the same on the right and left. We're different. And we just need to work with those differences, not try to make them the same. So taking a few breaths here in the low lunge on this side. Full breath in. Long exhale out. Just feeling and enjoying the stretch as you find a light engagement in your belly. Another deep breath in. And exhale, send the hips back. Keep the hips squaring towards the top of the mat, so not dropping over more to one side, but trying to stay square and keeping as much of a bend in the left knee as you need, but still feeling that stretch down the back of the left leg. Some nice deep breaths. Another full breath in. And now as you exhale, drag your left heel back. Find yourself in your child's pose once again. And then whenever you're ready, make your way over to lying on your back with the knees bent. Take the heels in towards your bottom and press your palms down into the floor, either side of you. Shoulder blades tucked underneath. And we're going to lift up to a low bridge position. So tucking your tailbone down towards the end of the mat, engage your glutes. So squeeze your bum up towards the ceiling and keep lifting your belly button towards the spine. So the core and the glutes are engaged. And then you can find yourself in a gentle back bend, engaging through the legs to support this, keeping your head in the center. Breathe into the front of the body. Feel the stretch through your hip flexors. Feel maybe how good it feels to open the front of the body and come up a little higher. So the back bend is in the mid-spine as well. Not crunching into the lower back, but finding some flexibility in the upper spine as well. Breathe in. And exhale, slowly come down, back down to the mat. Turning the palms of the hands up towards the sky. And then swaying the knees gently from one side all the way over to the other, like windscreen wipers. Feel this release the spine and release the hips. And now you can extend the legs out along the mat, taking the heels as wide as the mat and the arms down by your sides with the palms facing upwards. Close your eyes and relax everything. Let go of any sense of trying and just allow your weight to melt into the floor. Feeling proud of what you've started today with your yoga practice at home. This pose is called Shavasana, which means corpse pose. And we take it at the end of every yoga practice to let the body settle and to help us find stillness. No past, no future, just the now. A couple more moments here. And now wiggling the fingers and toes. Turn your head from side to side. And when you're ready, make your way over to lying on one side. And then use your hands to push yourself sideways up to a seated position. Cross your legs in front of you. You can bring your cushion back and rest your sitting bones on it so you feel nice and tall. Bring your hands to your heart. take a couple of deep breaths here. Just noticing any changes that have occurred throughout your yoga practice today, without judgment. And now I invite you to bring your hands to heart center. And at the end of a yoga class, we have a moment of gratitude and we say Namaste, which means hello and goodbye. And it means the light in me bows and acknowledges the light in you. And it's a beautiful greeting and also closing gesture of respect to each other. So bow your head. Thank yourself for practicing yoga today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, and well done on beginning your yoga journey. If you did enjoy it, I will link some more of my beginner classes on the screen. I am so excited for you to continue with this practice. So please do let me know how you found it, how you got on, and what you learnt in the comments down below. I hope you have the most beautiful day. Namaste. Goodbye.